Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Keep It 100. Keep It 100 is brought to you by Cut Games. It's for 2 to 8 players, ages 17 and up, and games generally run 45 to 60 minutes. Keep It 100 is a game of surveys. Of 100 people under the age of 25 that we polled, how many do you think said yes to the question, do you currently have a friend with a comically bad tattoo? 25%, 50%, higher? More importantly, is the number of people who said yes higher or lower than the number of 100 people over the age of 40 who said yes, they do use reading glasses? In Keep It 100, up to 8 players take turns looking at survey questions and trying to predict how different types of people answer and how many said yes or no. On your turn, you'll take on the role of the slider, guessing where your question card slides into the ever-growing lineup of questions and answers. Will the hidden numbers on your card be higher or lower than the numbers already in front of you? Players win the game by correctly playing their survey cards into the numbered lineup on the table. The other players also try to predict whether or not the slider's guesses are correct. The game ends when everyone has played all their cards from their hand. Total all your points and announce your score. The player with the most points will be the winner. So, like I said, this is a game of questions, trying to best figure out where to place those survey questions in the sequential rows. You won't know the number on the back side of these cards as you cannot look at them, obviously. They'll be played face down, so you'll only see the questions. And then it's up to you to slide them into position and try to figure out best where to place them in the numbered rows. Now, the thing here is that once you place it, you can potentially, if you are correct, you'll get 20 points. Now, the other players at the table can take their cards and decide if you were correct, if you were too high, if you're too low, and place their cards to either side of yours or below yours, trying to decide how best they might get points based on where you slid your card into the position. And those are really the basics of play. You reveal the card and see who is correct and collect your points. So it's very, very straightforward, but they do have a couple other modes where you can do betting as well as a cooperative play that even allows for solo play. So as you can see, the game is very straightforward, and what they really are trying to foster here is a game of conversations, to jump in and try to figure out these questions and just see how best you think folks responded to those same survey questions. And it's important to note that the cards you see here in front of me, these decks, these are just a fraction of what's available to you in the game. There's a bunch more in the box that I'm not showing. And also, it is a 17+ game, so you need to keep that in mind because there are adult survey questions here. But you can easily go through the decks and remove them to make the game more family friendly. And so you can see, it's a very straightforward game for sure. And you're going to continue this way round after round until you've used all the cards from your hand and revealed them and gathered your points, and whoever has the most points is going to be the winner. Alright folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here is done and published. This game is ready to go. So if you like party games, give it a closer look, but really the main goal of this game is to generate table talk, which it does. I mean, there's a ton of questions here, a lot of really interesting ones as well, as you try to consider out of 100 people, how many of them said yes or no to these questions and where best to place them in the numbered rows. Now, of course, there's some interesting gameplay as well when you get into the cooperative aspect versus some of the betting aspect that you can do in the game. But ultimately, it is that party conversational game for sure. And ultimately, folks, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me. And until next time, we'll see you at the table.